Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and peace, blessings, and safety to the Lord's elect out there. Right, Brother Yeshaya, coming at you with another video. This is going to be a fairly quick one if I get through my points. But, yeah, it's going to be fairly quick. About the angels not having a genealogy. Okay. Angels do not have a genealogy. All right. Except for the ones that didn't keep their first estate. All right. And without further ado, I'm just gonna get into the scriptures and yeah, hopefully it's edifying. Jude 1 and verse 6. And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness until the judgment of the great day. Now you have to understand, you have to, know somewhat of the Bible, especially the dark sayings. All right. Genesis 1, okay, is speaking about those angels that kept not their first estate. All right, because you got the elect that had a hand in the helping the Lord create the earth. Okay, but then they were ultimately sent into bodies. All right, just as Adam was. Okay, just as Yahushua was. Yahushua was sent into a body. All right, Adam, the first man. Okay, the leader of the Adamites, the progenitor of the Adamites. Right, they were a race. The chosen line. So, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he have reserved in everlasting chains under darkness until the judgment of the great day. And those everlasting chains of darkness is this flesh. Okay. Now this starts all with Genesis 1. In the beginning, let's see. In the beginning, the Elohim. Okay. See, right here it says in the beginning, and that word right here is Elohim or Elohim. Elohim. All right. H430. And it reads, it's plural, rulers, judges, divine ones, angels, powers. So, and just as in John, the first chapter, it talks about the word was power and the power was with the word. Well, with Yahushua. So, same was in the beginning. So that's talking about the Elohim. Okay. So if you're picking up what I'm putting down, the Elohim or Elohim, okay, they were the first groups of angels, okay, that Yahushua created, all right, from the blueprint of Yahweh to create this world, man. Okay. Now, angels have their duties as well, because you got certain angels that never even entered into a body or was on earth. And those are the heavenly angels. Shoot, you even got the 24 elders that stand up in front of the throne constantly praising Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. And that's their only mission. They're not to have children. They're not to procreate, because angels can't procreate anyway. You have to be in a body. All right. You have to have, you have to possess sperm, and you have to lay down with the woman, her eggs, you have to shoot the club up, and then all that happens. And then 9 months later, you have a baby. Okay. You can't have a spiritual baby. And then I'm going somewhere with this. I'm basically going to where Mary was physically impregnated by Salakia. Yeah. She was literally impregnated by Joseph. Right. Cause then that would be adultery, like, hey, who done went into you? you know? So yes, Yahushua had an actual father. Okay. That's why he said, he has an actual father. And why didn't he say something when Mary said, my father and your father and I have been looking for you. Okay, but he made it known that he's about his father's business, which is Yahweh in the heavens. All right, the fathers of us all, So it's not too deep, Hopefully it's making sense. 2 Peter chapter 2 and verse 4. For if Yahweh Bashem Yahushua spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into chains of darkness to be reserved unto judgment. Okay, and that's the same dynamic. That's the same situation. Okay, you got the elect. Okay, the 144,000. Okay, the elect that were with Yahushua in the beginning. Okay, and the same grace that, well, not the same, but kind of, definitely not the same, but we're basically living out this same transition that Yahushua is doing on a lower level, of course. All right, the the glory that he had with his father, he wanted that restored, and he got it restored. All right, but we're trying to get that glory when we were with Yahushua. All right, building the earth, man, and we're going to see him again, okay, and meet him as he is, man. So this is a very beautiful thing. This book is very beautiful, and it's not for the low level, man. Okay, so yeah, so that's talking about the same thing, the Elohim. Now, let me go to the book of Numbers, chapter 26, and verse 55. Notwithstanding, the land shall be divided by lot, according to the names of the tribes of their fathers, they shall inherit. So your pedigree or your lineage, is determined by your father. Okay, so Yahushua, he was of the tribe. He came from the lineage of what? David. Okay, son of David. Okay, which he was as well. All right. So yeah, you have to have a lineage, or you have to have a physical father to know what line you go back to. Okay, so Joseph was of the line of King David, and so was Mary. Okay, so there it is right there. I don't have to spend too much time on that. Let's go to the book of First Corinthians. First Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 39. All flesh is not the same flesh, but there is one kind of flesh of men, another flesh of beasts, another of fishes, and another of birds. So what would an angel, okay, what would an angel be? All right. An angel would be a well, they would be a celestial body. Okay, we are terrestrial because we are made from the dust of the ground. I mean the dirt of the ground. Okay, we have selenium, different elements that make up the human body that are conducive to the earth. Right. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. So the angels, they have a celestial body, okay, and we have a terrestrial body. But you also have angels, okay, that and that come down to earth to visit. Okay. Where is it at? Uh, let's see. They have entertained angels unaware. Damn. Let's see if we can find it this way. I think it's in Peters somewhere. Yeah, see, this is a good one too. Thou madest him a little lower than the angels. Thou crownest him with glory and honor, and didst set him over the works of thy hands. So, bam, he was set a little lower than the angels to come to earth. All right, but he's back in his rightful position. Damn, where the hell? Angels unaware. Was it I thought it was Hebrews 13. Let me grab that real fast. Cause I don't know what's going on with this blue letter. Angels unaware. KJV. Damn, I knew it was that. Hebrews 13. Tripping. And I was just there. See, Hebrews 13 and 2, there it is. I'm tripping. Hebrews 13:1. Let brotherly love continue. Verse 2. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. So there you go. Sometimes angels do come into, the spiritual realm. I mean, the physical realm, okay, to deliver messages, Gabriel. The angels that were in Sodom and Gomorrah, okay. So, yeah, I think we're good on that point. Let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 9. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art going up. He stood down, he crouched as a lion and as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. So when Yahweh Shah came on the scene of the house of David, okay, of the house of Judah, of the tribe of Judah, this fulfilled that prophecy. And he had to come through a man, a mortal man, okay, to have a genealogy, okay. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Revelation 5:5. And one of the elders saith unto me, weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the seven seals thereof. So there you go. The Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David. Okay, so his genealogy came through David from Joseph, okay, and Mary, but Joseph being the progenitor. All right. And I'm going to end it with this one because it tells you pretty much that no other king had any way of entering this earth except by what? Bam. Wisdom of Solomon 7. I myself also am a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was made first of the earth. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be fleshed in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood of the seed of man, and the pleasure that came with sleep. And that pleasure that came with sleep is sex. Okay, not sleep waddled up in the womb. This is from procreation. Right. And when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature. And the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do. I was nursed in swaddling clothes, and that with cares. For there is no king that had any other beginning of birth. For all men have one entrance into life, and the light going out. So, same for Yahweh Shah. He was a mortal man when he came. All right, he was subject to death. He got put to death. Okay. And, he get the resurrection. He rose again on the third day. All right. And he ascended, all right, into heaven on the right hand of Yahweh. All right. In likewise manner, we hope to defeat this flesh. All right. And, make it as the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven. So, Lord willing, I was edified. I want to end it with that. Give praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, safety to the Lord's elect. Shalom.